Hello and welcome to another session. Today we're carrying on our series of real live lessons and I need to introduce you to my good friend Adam.
Hi.
Who I've known for some years now and who is an inspiration to us all. Adam, I've known Adam for 10 years and you started the game, 69? 69? Am I allowed to say your birthday last week? Adam was 85 last week and is an inspiration to all of us and often comes on our Monte Rei trips and wins longest drive more often than not, much to the frustration of the other guests. So today we're going to go through a regular session, and if we can pick out some kind of useful things for the audience, then that would be helpful to share, wouldn't it? Give us an overview of where you feel you are in your swing right now.
I think I'm a bit shallower than I used to be, which I've been trying for a long time to get. I'm still not consistently shallow. And the last time I began to hit more...
Show us what you mean by that.
By shallow, I really mean...
Backswing or downswing?
The old swing was sort of like that, and I hit across it, and the club was closed, and it sort of produced a horrible pull draw. Now I'm a bit less steep, more from inside, and the ball is going more consistently to the right. I used to just play the left-hand side of the course all the time, which could be very frustrating.
No, so that's interesting. So I don't... Now, obviously, you have hit it to the left, but in the past you would have hit it out to the right by forcing an in-to-out pattern.
Yeah.
So as opposed to sort of getting it on plane and turning through nicely, you sort of force that into-out motion. And historically, we've seen numbers up to like 10 degrees into-out. Yeah. And it ends up with this kind of cricket move, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So ultimately, we're sort of trying to get it on plane better and be able to turn through and make it more of a sort of arcing motion.
Indeed.
Okay, and
I think it is still not really a circular swing particularly, and lots of things wrong with it. But
I think we made huge progress last week.
I think we did. I suddenly began to not just flick it with the hands and the wrists, but actually move through the ball better. I'm not really reproducing it this week.
Just remind me what we did to achieve that.
Well, I don't know why. I think you just basically were talking about sort of keeping that club face squarer through the ball for longer before, as opposed to this flicking motion, which is what I do.
Yeah, let me just jump in there. Actually, come around this way, Adam. So it was about, wasn't it? It was the task was, can you release the club but keep it open?
Yeah.
So as opposed to sort of steering it out and rolling it over.
Yeah.
We said, look, can we hit some half shots initially where you swing through, keep the face sort of pointing skywards, but still sort of square it at impact, which seems odd, doesn't it? The notion of keeping the face open, you'd think it would go that way, but it invokes your body pivot to swing the club around more, which was brilliant for you, getting you away from that pattern. Should we start with some of those today?
Yes.
So half to sort of three-quarter swings, and you're going to turn through, keep the right hand underneath, but still see if we can hit a really neutral shot. Brilliant.
That immediately felt better.
That was nice, and the follow through was left and around you. You could see you controlling the face nicely, and when that ball started right of our target and it came back.
Right.
It's just bizarre, isn't it? Although we're trying to keep the face open, you've obviously squared it, but via this method, not a big sort of rolling motion.
I normally just flick it from here, which is such a dangerous bad move.
For your information, that was 9 degrees into out. There's quite a lot into out still, even though you're feeling sort of rotating left. So
too much.
Well, I don't know. I don't think let's not sort of chase the numbers initially.
Right.
I mean, it was a fabulous ball flight, so we'll keep an eye on that. But
okay,
let's just hit a bunch more.
No, that's the old pattern.
How do you know?
Flicked it with the arms.
How do you know? What did it?
Well, I saw it with the outcome, but I also felt it. I think it was a combination of the two things. I sort of here and then flicked it, as opposed to
rotating
through the ball. Not great.
That's nice.
Just, so one of the so much more solid on the club.
And one of the observations before we started filming, is you said, having played a lot of the left-hand side of the course of recent times, these are now starting right and either sort of staying there or just coming back to target, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I think we've got rid of that sort of low pulley hook. Well done. Well done. It's a nice swing.
6 degrees right. Come on, bring it down a bit. Interesting that I suppose it is this motion, isn't it? And you've always said that about me. I mean, ever since day one, I'm swinging far too much from inside. And I suppose that's the reaction, trying not to.
Well, it's possibly in your early days.
Yes.
Swinging over the top, and that's really kind of stuck with you, and it's everything you try to avoid, isn't it?
Yeah.
But to a point now, we don't swing over the top. You shove it out to the right, and certainly coming into the ball, the club is very sort of shallow and behind you, so it kind of shallows late into the downswing. So, long story short, we need to stop. You need to let go of trying to not swing over the top, because that's not your problem. We need to actually get your hands more out in front of you, as if
more out in front.
Yeah, absolutely,
okay.
Yeah.
So
that's a lovely swing, Adam.
but I definitely feel I'm swinging out to left, inside to out here.
That looked good.
Okay.
That looked really good.
Try not to, if I can, that post. Yeah. Come on, stay behind it.
Amazing. Soft draw.
Bit better. What's that?
85 mile an hour. And path. I mean, look, it must have been
5 degrees to the right.
Yeah, perfect.
Driver,
Driver, perfect. And the phase was obviously slightly closed. You've got that lovely soft draw. Should we a couple of real balls? So your key thought with the driver is stay behind it.
Yeah, stay behind it, and not come across it. Oh, it does go better.
Yeah, it goes. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, the ball's gone higher and further because it's a real ball, but the rest of it was you.
Yeah,
dead straight, soft draw. So that's carried. According to monitor, 185. Club speed 85 mile an hour. Angle of attack 3 degrees up. Nice, and that's you staying behind it. Right. That is ideal. Yeah, really good.
I mean, 85 is not a very. No, at my age, it's probably probably okay.
I would say it's amazing.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm off balance.
Did you try and hit that a bit harder, Adam?
I was. I was.
87.
Yeah.
A bit hooky.
A bit hooky. Club path.
Nice though. I mean, I would say the driver is your best shot.
I don't know why.
I mean, that was a poor drive for you. It's still in the fairway. It's still 220 in the fairway.
Yeah.
Good. Right. Last one.
All right. Last one. Good. No, let's have that one.
That one.
Yeah. Less pressure on me. I don't like hitting good balls. There we go. Now. Not great.
That's an interesting one, isn't it? When you drive it low like that, how do you do that?
I think it's the. I think I'm not really behind the ball.
No.
Is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. So it's that.
So I'm not. The club path is not up.
And I haven't got enough dots for loft.
Right.
But it's certainly a sort of a pull on the club and a drive with your head going forwards, isn't it? And it kind of ends up a little bit off balance.
Yeah.
So we were looking for staying behind it and creating more of this shape with your spine.
Yeah.
One more?
Yeah, one more.
Don't like that
absolutely.
one. I mean, although
I'm coming out of the posture.
Although that's in the fairway, it does lead to more of those lead to missed strikes and all sorts, don't they?
Exactly. So try and keep the shape.
Fabulous.
That's better.
A laser beam to finish.
Okay,
Thanks.
thanks.
Really good. So, key thoughts for Saturday then. So we're playing the Lamborn. That's probably your first game in a while, isn't it?
It is. It is.
In a good while. So what thoughts are you going to take to that?
Try not to hit too far inside. Try and be a bit more on the hills. That's it really.
Because ultimately, I mean, we can only handle something, a simplified version of that, really.
A couple of thoughts.
So if there was one or two sort of simple thoughts that did most of the sort of heavy lifting, if you like, what would they be?
Well, I'd love to recreate that feel, and the way I recreate that feel is to keep that, not to flick at it, but to move through the ball.
Yeah.
I think that's really probably the key thought.
And if we can just be mindful of your balance and staying
exactly.
what feels like back on your heels.
I think even if you do a bad shot, but if you're perfectly balanced, that's something.
It goes a long way, doesn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah. Okay.
Super.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I look forward to that. I have been practicing.
Well, you had a hole in one today, so that was pretty good.